Have you ever poured a bottle of 5W30 full synthetic into your engine and wondered why 6 months later, one car sounds like a symphony and the other sounds like it's choking? Here's the brutal truth. The words on the label lie. The country where the oil was made can change everything: how clean your engine runs, how long your turbo lives, and whether your timing chain survives. By the time this video is over, you'll know which countries to avoid, which to buy for your turbo, and the shocker: the cheapest bottle in the test beats some famous premium brands. Start with this small test in your head. Same viscosity on the bottle, same API badges, same price tag. But inside the engine, night and day. And no, it's not snake oil. It's chemistry, regulation, climate, and manufacturing all mashed together into what you actually pour into your heartland, your engine. Stay with me, because the winner is not who you think, and the number 2 pick is the one every turbo driver needs. Hook spoiled? Not yet. I'll show you lab numbers, 100-hour torture runs, and full engine teardowns. You'll see pistons so clean you'd think the engine was rebuilt. You'll see cam lobes scored like a cheap bike chain. And I'll give you a practical, no BS buying rule you can use at the store right now. First, why this happens. Oil is not just thick water. It's a cocktail: base oils plus additives. Where those base oils come from, whether they're PAO, GTL, Group 3, or esters, determines how the oil behaves under heat, pressure, and time. Then add a country's fuel type, emissions rules, typical climate, and engineering focus, and you get wildly different formulas, even under the same 5W30 label. Imagine 3 factories building the same smartwatch, but using different screws, batteries, and screens. One breaks in summer, one works great in winter, one lasts forever. Same box, different guts. The test setup: simple, fair, brutal. Phase 1, independent lab analysis. Viscosity, wear metals, oxidation markers, additive levels. Phase 2, 100-hour stress engine run, real heat cycles, turbine spooled, idle traffic, highway pulls. Phase 3, full engine teardown, piston crowns, cam lobes, turbo bearings. The truth you can only see up close. Now, the country-by-country story, short, visual, and to the point, because you don't have time for fluff. Turkey: cheap, not dangerous, but risky. Affordable, yes. High oxidation, big viscosity loss under heat. Good for short city runs, but not for long highway turbo pulls. Think cheap supermarket oil. It'll get you home, but it won't protect a modern turbo motor on a summer canyon run. United Kingdom: conservative and safe, but mild. Balanced for everyday drivers, not flashy. Decent protection for NA engines, but struggles with high temps and engines sensitive to timing chain wear. Good for a commuter car, but not for an aggressive tuner. Malaysia: made for heat, inconsistent elsewhere. Formulated for humid tropical traffic, stands up to ambient heat, resists sludge, but seems to lose a little under high shear. Not the best for high boost turbos or serious performance driving. France: moly heavy, very clean. Strong anti-wear chemistry, excellent piston cleanliness and chain protection. Great for European engines. Think long motorway runs and those small high-revving Euro mills. Not the ultimate heat champ, though. United States: wild card. Here's the important point. In the US, Group 3 hydrocracked oils are often labeled full synthetic. That creates a massive spectrum, from world-class formulations to bottles that fail high heat tests. Pick the top brands and you get very good protection. Pick the bargain basement synthetic and you might as well be pouring vegetable oil into your car. Japan: surgical cleanliness. If you want an engine that looks factory fresh after thousands of miles, Japanese formulations are phenomenal. Extremely low deposits, excellent timing chain protection, low volatility. Perfect for Hondas, Toyotas, Subarus, small displacement, high-revving Euro engines. Not the top pick for extreme turbo temps, but your engine will stay clean. South Korea: the GTL sleeper hit. This was the surprise. GTL, gas to liquid base oils, give ridiculous purity and thermal stability. They held viscosity like a champ, produced almost no sludge, and kept turbo bearings mirror clean. If you live in hot climates and run boost, Korean GTL-based oils are a smart, often underrated choice. Germany, the benchmark. If you want one line, German oils dominated across the board. PAO and ester-based stocks, bulletproof oxidation resistance, rock-solid viscosity retention, minimal varnish, near zero wear on teardown. Turbo owners, high-mileage engines, long oil intervals, Germany covers them all. The downside is price. It's expensive for a reason. The molecules stick to metal and stay effective in conditions others fail. Worth it depends on your priorities, but if your engine dies early, price isn't the problem. Choice was. So what should you actually do at the store? Rule 1. Match oil to the engine, not the label. Turbo plus hot climate equals GTL or PAO heavy oil, think Korea or Germany. High revving and NA, and anything sensitive to deposits, Japanese style for cleanliness. Long interval and high mileage protection, Germany or top-tier US premium. If you live in extreme heat, favor GTL or Malaysia Korea blends made for hot climates. In doubt, pay a little more for a proven formula. It's insurance. If you drive a turbo car, type your make and year in the comments. I'll tell you which country of oil I'd pick for that exact engine and why. Mid-video CTA, fast conversational. If this is the sort of teardown and real-world testing you want, hit subscribe. I drop deep tests like this every few weeks and I read every comment. Now the kicker. The cheapest bottle, shock. One of the budget bottles we tested outperformed a very famous premium brand in certain categories, viscosity retention and turbo cleanliness. How? They used a surprisingly pure GTL-based stock. Proof that country and base oil can sometimes beat brand name. But that was an exception, not the rule. Most cheap bottles failed the heat and cleanliness tests spectacularly. Final checklist before you buy. Is your car turbocharged? If yes, prioritize GTL or PAO heavy, think Korea or Germany. Is your engine high revving and deposit sensitive? Japanese style for cleanliness. Long interval and high mileage protection, Germany or top-tier US premium. If you live in extreme heat, favor GTL or Malaysia Korea blends made for hot climates. When in doubt, pay a little more for a proven formula. It's insurance. I walked into a small shop and watched a mechanic pull a head off a 4-year-old car. The owner had been using cheap synthetic oil. The head looked tired. Varnish, chain stretch, sludge. He said, if he'd used the right oil, this head would still be fine. That stuck with me. Oil isn't expensive until it costs you a motor. If you want the teardown footage, lab reports, and exact brand models I tested, check the pinned description. If you want a single nonsense recommendation for your exact car, drop make, model, year below, and I'll reply with what I'd buy and why. Smash the like if you learned something that could save your engine, and subscribe for the next torture test. Remember, the bottle lies, the molecules don't. Choose the oil that matches how you drive, not the sticker on the shelf.